when I turned 18, made an account, fresh content, and it just took off from there.
Was you still in school when you made an account?
Yeah, I was still in high school, and everybody caught on real quick. Someone sent one of my pictures into our senior group chat, and everyone else was like backing me up and hating on them. So they were all standing for me.
Did he do it anonymously, or you know who it is?
Oh yeah, he dropped his from his main account. He just dropped a picture, and then
Was it one of your ops or something? Or
no, I didn't. I've never talked to this guy in my life. He just dropped it, and I was like,
wow, what a hater.
yeah, I was just like, okay.
Wait. Moon camera.
All right.
Here we go again.
See that?
Welcome to the BossTalks podcast. It's Bossman here, and this episode is super cool because I'm doing it with one of my close friends that I actually met on a cool platform. And I have two special guests here today, actually. And one of them is my friend's dog, Puddles. She'd say hi, but she's sleeping. And then my other guest that a lot of you guys might actually know, his name is Ashton, also known as Opash on other platforms. You want to introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm Ashton or Opash on,
Everything.
Yep, everything. You can check me out. But I'm excited for this podcast. I've been waiting.
I'm excited for you to be here. So we actually, when I first started, I wasn't sure how I was going to start promoting myself at all. And I had no social media following. And so I looked up a bunch of, I looked up hot guys. And funny enough, Ashton, he came up. And I saw that he had a decent amount on Instagram, but it was enough where I was I wasn't too scared to DM him. I think he had about 4,000 at the time. And I was maybe he'll see it. We'll see. And so I DM'd 100 creators, and one of them happened to be Ashton. And Ashton, he actually responded. He gave me the chance, and I was like, hey, if I paid you, do you think you'd help me out, shout me out? And at the time we didn't know each other, and he said yes, and it's been all up from there. And that's when I knew I actually maybe could do this. And now we're here. Now we're good friends. We're on a podcast, and we've made a lot of content together, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait. I can't wait for these questions.
So you've been doing this. You've been doing it. I know you've been doing it longer than I have. What got you into doing OF?
So I used to sleep on stream, and I built up a good amount of attention from that. Had a bunch of
from sleeping.
Yeah, I just slept on stream, and
what
I'd wake
platform
up.
Did you stream on?
YouTube and Twitch at the same time. You can still check out the old videos are up, but yeah, I had a following from there. And then when I turned 18, made an account, fresh content, and it just took off from there.
Was you still in school when you made an account?
Yeah, I was still in high school, and everybody caught on real quick.
People in your school, are they giving you crap about it?
Nah, not somewhat, but I had money at the time, and a lot of other people didn't from where I'm from. So
that's great. What month is your birthday?
November 13th.
So you probably had about 6 months of high school while you were doing it?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Wow. So a lot can happen in 6 months.
Yeah.
When you're in school. Did your pictures ever get around, or videos or anything?
Someone sent one of my pictures into our senior group chat, and everyone else was backing me up and hating on them. So they were all standing for me.
Did he do it anonymously, or you know who it is?
Oh yeah, he dropped his from his main account. He just dropped a picture, and then
Is it one of your ops or something? Or
no, I didn't. I've never talked to this guy in my life. He just dropped it, and I was like,
wow, what a hater.
Yeah, I was just okay.
That's crazy. Was there anything interesting that happened? Any stories or anything about doing it while you were in school?
I had, not while I was in school, but right when I graduated, I had a little management kind of going. I would help my friends out, start their pages, and they were still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And the word got around, and someone started talking about it to one of the I don't know what they're called, the schools. You know, how schools have the cops walk around.
Like a SRO?
Yeah, it's probably something like that. And then so they got a hold of the sheriff's station or something, and they put a report in saying I was trying to recruit high schoolers for OnlyFans. It was
no.
The FBI got involved. knocking at my parents' door. I didn't live there at the time, but yeah.
The FBI came knocking at your door
Yeah.
because they thought you was recruiting kids to be.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's not what's going on here.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That is like absolutely like unheard of. Wow. Well, so I guess you just answered how long you've been doing it.
Yeah, it's 3 years. So
3 years. Wow. Yeah, because you just turned 21 like a few days ago. So
I've been doing it for a minute, I guess.
Wow. Yeah. I think I'm about a year and a half in.
Yeah, and your page is just crushing it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Your page is doing good too.
Your page is.
Every time it's not
stopping.
Every time I look at your stuff, man, your numbers be crazy, bro. I'm like, dang. What's cool is like I know you've been trying like some male stuff, but you haven't even went all the way yet, and your numbers are still like pretty crazy. So I'm impressed. You're doing good. So
appreciate it.
It's not going unnoticed. Your hard work. But what would you say your sexuality is? Would you say you're straight, gay for pay?
Yeah, like I'm definitely gay for pay. I'll admit it. All right, I'm straight, but I love money, so I'll do some pretty sus things.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think one or two of the things I was actually there for like your first time doing it.
Yeah, no, me and you you're my first creator I've had done like a male on male collab with.
Yeah, I'll take honor in that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was the first one with Opash, the Opash. So that's cool. So I know you, like a lot of creators, they have chat teams and stuff, and I know that you don't. And is it like time consuming texting your subs back?
Especially like when, like I have a busy day and I have to go through like all the chats. It takes forever, and then some people get impatient and upset.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, I had a chat team for a little bit, and usually you can tell because like their English is really bad.
Oh yeah.
And because like I was texting people back all day. I was texting people back for like hours and hours a day, and I was like, and like I wasn't even upselling them. I was just talking to them. So I was like, I'm gonna hire a chat team. I did that for about 30 days. I went with like this management company, and they were awful. Like they were terrible. They were scamming. They were like sending like 20 mass messages a day, scamming my fans. I was like, okay, I'm not about to get dragged through the mud because I don't know what you're doing. So yeah, I broke that off. So now I'm back to myself, and started talking a little more dirty on there lately. And so I think the subs think I'm using a chat team. I'm not. Yeah. But I can see why they would think that. But what was like the first thought you had when someone asked you like a really out of pocket question?
Like related to what, I guess? Like
just anything like OF related, like, because I know when I was texting, I've had people ask me for some like really crazy stuff, or like just say stuff that's like really crazy. Yeah. Or, like I've had people call me like overweight, even though I was like 140 pounds when I first started.
Oh, like they're coming after me is what you're saying?
Yeah, like good or bad, like just something crazy out of pocket.
I don't even know. It's like I deal with stuff on the daily. Like when people have chat teams, they don't understand what people are saying to them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I've had insane requests.
Yeah.
Like if you want me to talk about that.
What's the craziest customer request you've got?
One of my subscribers. This has actually happened like multiple times. So people like degrading, like they want me to talk down. Mm-hmm. But someone wanted me to call them the N-word and like be really, really racist to them and act like I was their owner. And it was a request I would not do. And it was an insane amount of money, but it was not, no.
Well, the thing is, I don't even know if you are like allowed to do that with their terms of service.
Yeah, but I don't know. Because you can, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if like you sent up front or I think you just said you didn't do it, but like if you did, I don't think you could send it because like you just get flagged for it, I would think.
Yeah.
So like, you couldn't make that if you wanted to, really.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's the most interesting one I've heard so far.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Because I get those subs and like I know they like the degrading stuff and like I don't mind doing that, because I personally get enjoyment out of doing it.
Yeah.
Because like I really like doing that stuff, but yeah, the racist part, like haven't had that subscriber come across that I'm aware of.
I've gotten like several of those.
Of like racist ones or the degrading?
Yeah, like racist ones. I've done a degrade video, but never a racist one.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. That is really funny. That's crazy that people are into that. I wonder if it's like a setup or if they know it's against the rules, they're trying to get you in trouble or something. But when you first started, I guess you kind of knew that your audience was going to be like guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because girls aren't really gonna subscribe to that.
No. I was
you know.
happy when I did get a female subscriber. But
Yeah. I sometimes like when I check, I'll be like, oh, it's a female, and I'll look and like
it's got a dick. Or
so it look really hot, and then I click on I'll subscribe because most of the time it's a free page, and so I'll subscribe to it, and I'll be like, bruh. But nothing's wrong with being trans. I support the trans community too, but I'm just like, man, you got me. You got me good too. And there was this one female, and she was so hot. Oh, like she was really good looking. I was showing my girlfriend at the time. I was like, we should, like make something happen with her. And then, we were like texting. We were taking our time. We were like just kind of slowly texting, texting a little bit throughout the day for a few days or whatever. And then, I start planning it out, and then it starts getting pretty serious. Like, we're starting like planning dates and like, what flights and tickets and stuff. And then, I'm looking at, I think I was actually looking at the Spirit flights, and like we were just texting about it. And she was like, well, before you book that flight, there's something I should probably tell you first. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me. And I was like, okay, what's up? And she was like, I'm trans, by the way.
There is no way.
Yeah, and I was like, what? There's no way. Because look, like I'll show you after this. This is like the hottest trans I've ever seen in my life.
I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I showed you her like a while ago. Like when we first met, I think I showed you her.
She has like a bikini picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. That one got me, but
yeah, I was like, man, there's no way. Like I didn't believe it enough where I had her like show me. Like she had to prove it.
I did see that you did a collab with it looked like a transgender. They had like a wig on.
Yeah. Well, so I guess he says he's not trans, but he's like a guy, and he dresses like a girl, but he does it for fun. Oh, like he just enjoys doing it. Yeah. It's like Barbie Twink or something.
It looked real. Like I thought it was a girl for a second. I was like, hold on.
No, he looks really good with a wig on. And it was funny is I had DM'd him to collab. He said he was down because he's known on like other social medias, but he's like kind of newer in like the OF space. And so he's trying to grow on OF, and I was trying to grow on other stuff. Yeah. And so like it just made sense for us. And I was like, you think you could put the wig on? He thought it was the funniest thing ever, but he did it. So
was it good though?
Yeah, low key. Yeah, I can't complain. But it's funny how collabs work because you do that something crazy like that, and then you just don't talk to him again. Yeah, it's just like okay, this is very transactional. Or I know in the gay community that's pretty common, but in the straight community like us, usually it's
you catch some like feelings, continue to talk for a little bit.
Especially girls, they're all emotional creatures and stuff. Where that's one thing I like about guys, they can go do that stuff and not think twice about it. Yeah. Everyone's on prep, everyone's out doing this stuff, so it's pretty cool. It's interesting. I didn't really know much about that community or as much until I moved out to LA.
Yeah, I didn't know like much at all. Like it was all new to me. Like when I started OnlyFans, I was like, okay.
Yeah. So you've told me about like the craziest, customer requests you've got. What do you say the craziest one that you've actually done is?
The craziest one I've done. Probably Degrade. I don't know. That was just crazy to me. Like just saying like what would it be? Homophobic slurs.
Oh yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like it was really good money, so I had to do it. But I felt bad at the same time. But I was like, they like this, so
yeah.
Other than that, I haven't done like any crazy requests.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was funny because like when I was newer, I had a sub. His name was Mike, and like I texted him a lot, and he was always on my live streams. And one day he asked for a custom request. He was like, because I had a live and it was slow, and I was texting him. I was like, is there like any custom ideas you have, And he was like, Degrading. And like he wanted me to say his name and stuff, and so I did. And like the whole time, dude, like I felt so bad. Yeah. Like I followed up with him like 2 or 3 times after that. I was like, I really hope I like didn't hurt your feelings. Like seriously, like I felt so bad.
Did he send you his eggplant to like degrade it to like?
No, he said he had a big. I mean, he was a tall guy. Like so I actually met him in real life, but he's like 6'7", and he told me it was like 8 inches. And if you're 6'7", I'm sure it is. Yeah. So I'm surprised it wouldn't even be bigger than that if you're 6'7". I don't know if like the height to eggplant ratio is, but I'm sure he's up there. But so I know you're a straight guy. You're gay for pay. What's the craziest thing you've done with a guy on camera?
gotten my ass eaten out a good amount of times.
How many?
I think like 4 or 5 times now.
Who was the first one?
You.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right. I knew the answer.
Yeah. After that, I was like, damn, if it feels this good.
That's the thing, though, is like, it's like straight guys when they're making male videos, like a lot of times, you don't like it or whatever, but that's one of those things where it's like the first time I ever did that, it was actually by a girl, and it was pretty good. And then, I did it, there's this creator named Connor Blakely, and he was like my first to everything, like my top, my giving, taking, the eating thing. And so I was like, man, like he's good. So I'm glad I kind of had someone like that. I was like, first for everything. Yeah. But yeah, like that feels really good to me. So
you guys built a little connection through it.
A little bit, yeah. I've seen him in WeHo a few times, and we usually hang out and talk. But he goes there a lot more than I did. So that's like his whole thing. He likes to party and stuff. I'm more laid back.
Yeah.
But every time I go, I know I'm gonna see him there. So that's always cool. But yeah, so I guess that's the craziest thing you've done with a guy, huh? And you enjoy it?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
So how many times, like, would you consider yourself a homebody or like someone that likes to go out?
I love to go out, but I also love like staying at home sometimes.
Like your personal time?
Yeah. Like I like to go out on the weekend and then I like to recover for like the whole week.
Yeah. That's pretty fair. That makes sense. So like, how many times on average a day would you say you beat off?
Day depends. Like sometimes I have my months. Like where every day, there was like a time there I couldn't remember where I didn't jerk off.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's at least every day.
Yeah, like every day. Either if I wake up in the morning, shower, jerking off in the shower, or right before I go to bed. It helps me sleep.
Yeah, me too. I know that when you wake up, like you won't do nothing until you take a shower.
Yeah.
So you're really big on hygiene and stuff.
Yeah. I like that. I like to feel refreshed when I wake up and start my day like that.
How often would you say you go to the gym?
I don't go to the gym yet.
Man, that's something I'm jealous of, man. I don't know if any of you guys have seen him shirtless. Dude shredded, man. Like for no reason. Like
let's go to the gym together.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
All right.
I go 3 times a week, and I'm like, I still not look as good as him, man.
Nah, it's catching up to me. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know, dude. Maybe in a few years it might.
Yeah, I know it will.
One day it will, but for now, you look good, bro.
Appreciate it.
So I'm really jealous you get to just wake up and look good. 'Cause that was me when I was like 18, 17. I was like, I was really skinny. I was like 135, 140, and I was, had shredded abs, but it wasn't from muscle. It was just being skinny. So how much would you say you weigh?
I think like 160 right now.
That's pretty good. To be as toned as you are at 160 and not go to the gym is impressive.
I think it's my ass that that puts a lot of weight on.
Maybe. Would you say you're cheeked up?
I think I'm pretty cheeked up. Got like a firm.
I'd say you got a nice little bubble butt, man.
A little bow butt.
It's like they like compared yours to females. Like there's no hair on either of them. I'd be like, it'd be tough.
I've had a female tell me, she was like, "How do you have a better ass than me?"
Yeah, I get that a lot too. I always get told that mine's like bigger than theirs. But
Yeah.
sometimes it is,
You got a wagon though, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to beat.
It's like I feel like a lot of my fat goes to my lower belly and then just my ass. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a good thing. I didn't realize I had a butt until I started doing OF and stuff. Yeah. And then everyone complimented it, and then like eventually I'd start like looking for it. I'm like, maybe I am cheeked up. So is there anything that like in bed or like when you're by yourself that you like to do, like with females, males, anything?
My favorite thing is to eat. That's
Really?
my favorite thing. I love starting with that. It's just, it makes the whole experience better.
So you'd say you're pretty good at that?
I'm like a professional. I think I'm a D1 pussy eater.
That's great. I've seen your TikTok. I've seen you hint at that a little bit.
Yep.
So like if there's like, let's say you hook up with a girl, is there anything that you think like a lot of girls maybe from your past would be like, that would remember about you, like in bed, like that sexual experience?
I feel like they probably miss me eating their pussy.
Really? So you're pretty confident, huh?
I'm confident.
Huh. Well, I must say that time that that video we made where you ate my ass up and it was your first time, that's pretty good. So honestly, I believe it. I bet it is good.
Well, maybe we can test it out again or something.
I don't know.
Just so you know for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good. So honestly, like if you're down, I'm down after this,
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See what the connection's looking like.
All right.
So being in this industry, you know, you get to collab with like a lot of guys, a lot of like well-known guys, a lot of good-looking guys. Who would you say your favorite collab is so far?
My favorite collab so far, I'd have to say Knox, because we have like a close friendship, so like it builds up the collab, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If any of you guys don't know Knox, that's actually like my brother. So we share the same dad, different mom, and we both do like the same stuff. And it's actually Ashton's probably best friend, I would say.
Yeah, we just became like good friends. Like I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, Knox stole Ashton from me.
No,
that's what it feels like. But it's okay. I'll cry about it later. But what creators out there that like you want to collab with? The most.
The most.
You can name a few too, but who's like your number one?
I don't really pay attention to too many like male creators, but I've seen Brad. He's been taking off.
I love Only Brad.
Yeah, Only Brad. Yeah, his page.
Only Brad.
I've been seeing his stuff. Yeah, that's I would look forward to collabing with him.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy off camera too. I really like hanging out with him, and like he responds fast. He's really good, like professional. That's probably like honestly, I haven't even released my videos with him yet, but I'd probably say that's like my favorite collab too.
Oh really?
Just because like
was it easy to do? Like
yeah, like it was so like easy. Like usually with guys like you know sometimes it can be kind of hard. With him it just seems like you know like we met after like 5 minutes, like we were already like good friends. It felt like, and then it was just like super easy. Yeah. It's like there was already chemistry there.
That's the best. Like,
yeah.
Also like Michael Doherty and his boyfriend. I feel like that would be a good one. They seem like nice people.
That's like another one where they're like really cool off camera. Like I loved. I stayed with them for like 2 nights. I think it was like last month. I did their podcast. We did some reels, some OF stuff, and yeah, they were a blast. So I liked hanging out with them. I know you'd like them too. So because there's other creators out there, you know, that aren't the best to collab with. Yeah. Like there's one that I think it like is really known because everyone just hates collabing with him. You know, the one that called you fat. Yeah. If you know, you know. But
if you know, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Yep. Because I was there for that when you was making that video with him, and yeah, I was just like in the background just on my phone, just watching. I was like, you know, I was there when
he was just behind the camera, by the way, watching us stroke together. So
yeah, I was just chilling back there, you know, enjoying the show. So I didn't have to pay for it too. That was nice.
I would say that's probably like one of the hardest things is finding another male creator to collab with that's not like awkward. Yeah, like some creators are just like not awkward, it's just like weird. I don't know how to put it.
No, I completely get what you're saying because like, and here everyone has like different personalities, and so like when you look at their social medias, you never really know what you're gonna get, you know. Yeah. And then you see them in person, you're like, oh, well now this person, you know, now you know if they're cool or strange or. You know, if they think you're fat or if they're weird or, you know, maybe sometimes you'll make a video, never get the video, but, you know, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that be going on, you know, in our space that like we don't ever talk about, but, yeah, I just think it's
not as easy as just setting up a camera and recording. Let's just say that.
No, because like with guys, I feel like it's a lot more helpful because have you ever made a video with a girl?
Yes.
How many?
Well, with my ex, we filmed like a good amount of videos, but then also just posted one with a Tinder meetup.
Oh yeah, I met her by the way. That was a real Tinder meetup, by the way. You guys are wondering about the caption, and so I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah. But is it like different filming with girls compared to guys?
Yeah, it's so much easier for me to film with girls because it's what I'm good at. So
really, I feel like it's I don't know. It's like. Because some guys are easy to film with, and some guys it's like my friend Southern Hunk, like he's hard to film with because like he's always laughing because we're like we grew up together, so it's like it's hard to take each other serious when you know we see each other naked, you know, doing what we're doing and stuff. So
that's why I think lives are like the easiest.
Yeah, lives are cool
because it's like you can just do whatever on there. If that makes sense. Like for a video, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, it's like scripted. It feels like a chore. I feel like when you're playing in a video like that. Yeah. Like it feels too much like work. Where like on live, you're just kind of having fun with the boys. Yeah, you know? It's just making like a little bit of cash. you know, and then like after the live, you kind of look back, you're like, oh, I can't believe we just did that, you know. But like every time we go live, especially with Knox too, we're like, how do we even like end up doing that? Yeah. But we always have like a cool video to send out to the subs later, so it always works out.
Yep.
But how often do you say you live stream?
It just depends. Like when I'm at home, I don't really live stream, although I got some stuff to start live streaming at home.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm like with a group of creators, we like to go live like during the weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
Like every weekend.
Sounds about right. I used to go live like every weekend for a while and then kind of slowed down just because, you know, some lives be slow, man. You never know what you're going to get.
It's like definitely better when you go live like randomly on a weekend or something. And then people are like, oh, I missed you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I kind of quit going live. So when I do go live, it's more like, oh, he's finally live again.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when I was going live every weekend, it started just slowing down because they knew that Friday, 9 o'clock Central Time, you know, it's going to be there, you know.
Yeah. But one thing that you said before is the best part of going live, too, is just actually being able to meet your fans.
Yeah. Like, I love doing that.
Like you get to build a connection with them. Like,
yeah. I think it's funny. So I've actually met 2 of my subs, like, in real life, like, off the platform. Like, not just, like, out and about. Like, one of them was Mike that I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
And then another one named David. We video chat a lot. And I met him when I was over at Danny and Michael's place.
Oh,
It was, like, a few hours, so he drove up. We hung out, and that was pretty cool. And I just think, you know, I met both of them off live streams, and I just think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't that, like, crazy that it just happens like that? Didn't you meet another fan where you, like, smacked the fan's ass or something like that, or, like, grabbed it?
Yeah. So him I didn't meet off a live stream. So he found me on Twitter when I had, like, 100 followers.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm talking, like, within, like, the week I made my Twitter. Like, he found me when on OF I had probably 500 free subs. Like, he's like an OG. Like, the most OG of, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was cool. I'm surprised you remember that. Yeah. I almost forgot. But, yeah, so I've met up with 3 fans, actually. And then 2 fans were off the live.
Was that like a paid request? Or was that just like you just did it?
No, he's like, so he has a page too, but he doesn't take it serious like we do. But he has a page and he pitched the idea. So he actually has a BBL. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't think. Maybe you could tell me. I can't remember.
Yeah, but he had a BBL, and like I knew that, and I was joking with him. I was like, "You better get ready when I see you. You better have them cheeks ready, boy." You know how I be saying.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you should smack my BBL for video." And I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yes, daddy." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh my.
I was telling my girl, I was like, "Don't get jealous," but I'm looking forward to it.
How did it feel though? Like the BBL.
It's pretty cool. I feel like I could tell it was a BBL, but like it's still cool. Like I don't know. I probably wouldn't want my girl to have one, like especially as big as his, because like everywhere he goes, he looks like Kim Kardashian, you know. So shout out to him for that. But yeah, I mean it was a cool experience. So because you know a BBL, it doesn't matter if it's on a guy or girl, it feels the same. So yeah, it was very interesting. But he's a cool guy. So I talked to him a little bit afterwards, and I think he posted on his Twitter, and yeah, so it was a great interaction. But I've only seen him then, and I knew he used to go to WeHo a lot, but I never really seen him. Yeah. But yeah, so with you know the fan experiences I've had, have you ever met a fan like off platform?
No, I've never met a fan, but I've been recognized.
Really?
Yeah. So me and your brother Knox, we were getting a haircut in Cali, and this guy ended up DMing him, and he's like, "Oh, I saw you guys at the barbershop." And
he didn't say it?
No, he said that he was too scared to come up to us and just say that, which I guess I understand.
Yeah, because you never know, you know, 'cause some people are jerks.
Yeah, but who knows?
I'm gonna be straight up. How big's your wiener?
I'll say like 7 inches.
Okay,
7 inches.
It's not bad. That's
on a good day.
Is it girthy?
Yeah, I think I got a pretty fat cock.
Yeah, I'd say that's where you beat me, man. I got that pencil. I've had 2 girls tell me that. You got a pencil. What? Yeah, surprisingly, I have not had one sub tell me that ever. I'm impressed because you know they see a lot more eggplants than we do. So I'm really impressed. So yeah, I was really surprised when I've been told that a few times. I was like, well, okay.
No, your eggplant's pretty good size. I think it's like pleasurable.
I've been told it's It's boyfriend material.
Boyfriend material.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what I'm looking for there.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll take it, Or like what offends me is they're like, well, if it was any bigger, it'd hurt. And I'm like, bruh, quit lying to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that nonsense. But so you told me what the farthest thing you went with the guy is, and it's impressive for you, but you think you'll ever push your boundaries like higher than that?
Yeah, I think here soon. I got something in mind.
Oh snap! You want to say what it is, or you want to wait? You want to be a surprise?
Let's just say guac.
What? I don't know. I don't know if I can see you doing that.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
You-
I'm debating it.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe. So, when I started, like I've had, my subs asking me that from the day I started. Are you ever gonna do stuff with a guy? You ever gonna do stuff with a guy? And I was like, no, not happening. Forget it. I love y'all, not that much.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? These guys support my life. These guys are the reason I'm able to do anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna give them what they want. So I finally made the video. It did really good numbers wise, and I was like, it was cool. They loved it. It wasn't bad for me.
Yeah,
I was like,
you've bottomed before, right?
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, was Timothy?
Yeah, and Connor, remember?
Oh yeah, and Connor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I probably won't do it again because both times I did it, I just get told it's fake, even though it's not.
Yeah, that's like the worst. It's
Yeah.
like when you like commit to it and then.
Yeah, so I was like, well, whatever. It is what it is. So I guess if they're ungrateful, then they don't have to worry about it again. But I'm still, seeing what I can do, and I guess it's my fault. So the very first time I did anything like that on video, I topped for the first time, and he forgot the ring light. I didn't bring a ring light because I was on like a vacation to LA. Like, it was my first time ever going out there. Like I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be doing a collab or not. Like we had talked about it, but I thought he was gonna, bail maybe because he's just giving those vibes at first. And so I didn't even bring my ring light. And so we just had one angle propped up, set up, and like so it was just like one position. Well, it was one or two positions the whole time, but it was the same angle. And like I didn't even think about like they couldn't really see too much. And so everyone accused that of being fake, and I was like, dude, I kind of see why they think that, honestly. Like I don't blame them for thinking that because I would think that too because you can't see anything. But it's not my fault. I've worked on it. So now when I top, like I do the same stuff, but I don't like my face being in it, like when I'm topping because, leaks, screenshots. Like I don't want that getting out. And then since I don't show my face, they're like, oh, that's fake. Yeah. Like, how's it fake? Like, you literally see it's like penetrating in and out. Like, so, you literally see it in 4K.
When you've bottomed, do they, like, since you don't, like, bottom often and it's not, like, a common thing, do they go, like, rough or?
No.
Is it like
so with Connor, it was my very first time. Like, I kind of told him I was up, like I probably can't take it. Like, and, like, he told me I needed to prepare or whatever. And so, I did a little bit and, didn't really help much. I was, pretty bad. But, it looked good for the video. So, but then the second time, I was a little more prepared. Like, I had prepared for weeks, instead of a day.
Yeah.
And so, like, that one, it wasn't as bad. You got the, I guess, I could see where people would, maybe like it a little bit. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. A year ago, if you told me that, I'd laugh. Be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not in prison, buddy.
Yeah. Was it hard to walk after?
The first time, yeah, man. Like, I laid in bed for the next 2 days. Like, I was like, just having my girl ice it. Yeah, it was tough. But, yeah, the time with Timothy, his was smaller than Connor's, and but he was aggressive, man. But like with him, I'm glad I prepared, or like I would have to be like, yo.
Timothy's is smaller than Connor's? Because I thought Timothy had a pretty big dick, doesn't he?
It's about the same size as mine, but has more girth, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe a little shorter, maybe like half-inch shorter, but like more girth and stuff. But no, Connor, man, his is probably like 7.5. But like the first time with him, he I don't even know if he stuck half of it in. And yeah, it was tough, but yeah, it was tough, but yeah. Do you think you ever see yourself doing anything like that?
I might become a top at one point.
You think?
I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm gay for pay, so I love money.
I think it's crazy, man, that like there's straight guys out there that full on do this stuff like a lot. I'm like, wow. Like,
what's your opinions on labels?
I don't do no labels, man. Like, I think, maybe if, like, in the straight world, like, if you're a guy and you're dating a girl, I think then you should know if you're a boyfriend or girlfriend. But, like,
No,
outside of that,
not dating-wise. I'm saying, like, so gay for pay, like, that's kind of like a label.
yeah.
But some people be like, since you record with other guys and you do, like, sus stuff with other guys, they'll be like, you're gay. Like, there's no doubt about it, you're gay. But, like...
I mean, people that don't do what we do, they're going to think that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in my hometown thinks I'm just super gay, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care, but, yeah, it's definitely, I don't like labels at all. Like, because
we know what we're into, so it's
yeah. I mean, do you get called a gay baiter a lot?
I don't know.
Well, I guess you're not on social media as much, like on Instagram or like TikTok and stuff.
But I see your
Yeah.
comments. Yeah, they're like, you always just
Gay
gotta hate
baiter.
it. And they're also following him at the same time. They say that.
Follow back.
They liked the reel and then commented it.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever, dude. And like the first few comments, like I didn't know that was a bad thing because I'd never heard that. No one ever told that to me.
Yeah.
And then I started doing Instagram, and it was probably the fourth time where someone had called me a gay baiter, but when they said it, they were like being mean too. Like I don't remember what the comment said. It was like, "Do you like trying to take money from the gay community, you gay baiter?" Something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Like we're giving you your fantasies.
Right, I fulfill your fantasy. Like I'm trying to do what like you like. What's bad about that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. To answer your question, though, no, labels are dumb. Like I hate it, especially like sexuality too. Like I don't like that. So like with girls, like do they ever ask you about your videos or anything?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Like I'll tell them what I do, and I'll be like, I do collabs with guys. And they're like, so are you bisexual? I'm like, no, it's just what makes the best, or
It's what pays the bills.
yeah,
babe.
it's like what pays the bills. So, but they like it. I've never had one girl not like what I like when I tell them what I do. They're like, they think it's hot.
Really?
Yeah, like they've always liked it.
Well, I've always had a girlfriend, so I guess I've never really known. But yeah, I guess that's interesting. I know some girls like the male content stuff.
It makes them more freakier, for real.
What?
Like, I can tell.
I don't know. I guess it depends. I feel like some girls would steer them away, and then others they'd be like, "Oh, that's so hot." But what would you say you would do for like $1 million?
For $1 million, I'm bouncing on it.
What?
I'm bouncing
For
on
1
it.
million?
They're gonna have to pay me another $1 million to get off.
Even if it's taxed.
Yeah, even if it's taxed.
What if you make that in like a year or two though, or 3?
Yeah, but I could just make it like that.
Dude,
You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy. Wow. So what if like a sub offered to pay you that much money for real? You'd do it?
Hit my line. Hit my line.
That's crazy. I like that though. No, honestly, for $1 million, I don't think I would. Well, yeah, I would. What am I talking about? Of course I would. I did it for less than that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I've always wondered that because you're kind of shy, so it's like I never know like how far you'll go. Like
Yeah, I'm shy on there, but $1 million, that's like.
I'll change your life, baby.
Yeah. That's like, I'll ride it. I'll ride it.
$1 million, get me off. That's pretty funny. Well, it was really nice talking to you today, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully the fans like it. You know, this is kind of like what our conversations are like off camera too. But
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same. But I
Yes.
appreciate you having me.
Sure. Thanks for coming on. You want to plug your socials?
Opash on everything. OPASH. And my name's Ashton.
Nice. And I'm Bossman Bates on IG and TikTok. And yeah, thanks for watching the pod. It was very nice talking to you again. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.